Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Modern Brown Man. I'm your host, Amrit. We got Mook, and today's guest, we got the prodigy himself of Edmonton, Josh Sooch. Thank you for coming, man. We appreciate it. You know, this is a long time coming. I told you last year we were going to do a podcast that, we're just so busy with schedule. And finally, I'm like, Mook, we got to bring the guy who put Edmonton on the map. No, bro. You know what, content creation-wise, I would say you're up there, especially coming from a small town, bro. Like, how many creative content creators out of Edmonton have came out or, like, at least made a name for themselves? They're not that many, bro.
Not enough.
You know, and I saw a clip with you where you talked about, like, how you got into music. We'll talk about that, too. It's like, we don't have that many people here that make any type of music or the content creation wise aside from organizations. Right? So that's why, I'm like, you know what, we gotta bring our boy on, the guy who's a homegrown hero at this point of Edmonton, carrying our bread on his back for content creations, and when it comes to content creation, that's the one thing I want to focus with you. It's like the new wave. I won't say new, but it's a form of making a career.
Hell yeah.
And that's the one thing that I want to feel like get a more vibe out of you of like how that process works and how it can actually help you have a sustainable career or whether you can actually have one. Because there's a misconception as well in the community, but like, no, what Josh is doing, but like, only question nahi karna jandagi, like, hey, put kaam kari jaane. There is that from elderly people. But within the younger audience, they understand the power of what you're doing.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's what I want to get an idea from you as well, man. I introduce you to the audience that at this point, they should know who you are. If they don't, introduce yourself.
I'm Josh Sooch. I'm born and raised here in Edmonton, Alberta. I'm a content creator, professional MC/host, and I'm also a artist. I like to make music and then compose. Punjabi music specifically. I've been making music since I was young, but Punjabi culture and just our whole culture and vibe, like that's what I like, bro. That's what it is.
You come from a lineage of artists too, because I remember I heard your first song, the Señorita one. I heard the No Doubt one, and then there was one more. That was like last year as well. Which one was it? There's No Doubt, there's Señorita, there's one more.
There's two. There's one that I did a feature with Nirmal Sidhu, and
that's the one I'm talking about. So because I knew you had some relationship with the artist. I don't know what that was. What was that? So that's where you kind of come from a lineage of people that had the artist.
Perceptive, bro. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the first time I'm actually talking about it. The lineage is actually my pops, bro. So my dad is a Punjabi lyricist and writer since he was young. Like he's been writing music since he was like 14, 15. He's very like well known in like the old school Punjabi music industry. So I actually grew up like he does a Medla here every year. He's been doing it since we were kids. That's where my love for Punjabi music I would say started. Like I wasn't making it since I was young, but he's just a very gifted writer. He's very gifted. He's very like an emotional kind of guy, So he writes like romantic gaane. Like he's more like into writing gaane that are like more so like
it's folk music. What do you say?
Folk music, uplifting community. He's really about that. So he's been locked into Nirmal Sidhu. A lot of people don't know, but he's got some bangers that he's written. He's more of like a ghostwriter, But there's this one song, Putt Jattan De by Nirmal Sidhu. Putt Jattan De Shonki Hunde Ford Bolt Te Jeepan Te. Right? That song I remember when I was like 7 years old when they released that. That song blew up. So Nirmal Sidhu, a lot of like old school Punjabi artists are like boys with my dad. And then like Nirmal Sidhu hit on my dad and he was like, yo, like he's like Nama Gana Kadana Ladi, like and my dad sent him some lyrics and he's like, yo, it's a banger.
That's sick.
And then he was like, yo, like menu rapper chahida hai gaane pe, right? And my dad just said, he's like, oh, Josh rapper wo diya. And at this time we're like moving into Punjabi music, right? And I'm like, damn, like am I really gonna lay out something in English, right? And I was like, bro, it's Nirmal Sidhu, I'm in here. I was like, how can I say no ever? Right? They're ustads, right? I was like, 100%. They sent over the Ghana and then me and my boy NSD were in the studio, just like whatever came off the top, topped up to it. They liked it and they're like, yo, let's
That's unreal. See, that's so dope though too. You know, one thing that you said, like how you said your dad, like back in the day, bro, like love songs, and I feel like they were more into that. Compared to like now we're like more, I guess, not vulgar, but like now it is a lot more aggressive. It is vulgar. Like the romanticized of how we put it is so different. Back then it was like actual like speaking of love, what love was, as you said, like the soft side. It was pure back then. Now it's like more so like like, you my bitch, you this, that. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
You know, but kudos to you, man. You know, one thing I give props to you, putting yourself in limelight. What I mean by that is, bro, not a lot of people have the balls to put yourself in front of the whole world to be judged. Now, what I mean by that is, especially in an artist format where you don't have much experience. You're young.
Yeah.
You're 23. You just turned 23.
Yeah.
And the fact that you even took that leap of faith, be like, you know what? I don't care what people say. I want to do it because I want to do it.
Oh yeah.
You know, like, bro, that's not an easy mentality to have, because a lot of the time what holds us back is the perception that we have of ourselves. We don't want to be judged. So we don't, 9 out of 10 times, we don't take that leap. Be like, you know what? I don't care what people say.
Yeah.
I enjoy this. I'm going to do it regardless of what comes behind it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, how do you get that confidence? Or we're like, you know, where do you get that from? Because it doesn't come to people, bro. It doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I've had this conversation with, like, I've been asked this question a couple of times. I don't know. I can't pinpoint it. I don't know. I just don't give a fuck what people think. You know what I mean? That's at the end of the day, that's what it is. I like doing what I like, right? I feel like the confidence might have came from sports when I was younger. Like I was telling you guys, like there's also something, like I've never really mentioned it publicly, but like I kickboxed for 6 years.
Oh shit!
Right, so I maybe getting punched in the face constantly, then getting back up, like it builds some sort of confidence.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, but I don't know. I just like making people laugh. That's what it is. Like I like making people laugh. Started doing it. I've been doing it for my friends since I was young. Right. Yeah. They always liked it, you know. And so I just started doing it online. Then people started liking it, and they just kept doing it.
Yeah, that's so dope, because that's how I discovered you from one of the skits, right? Because it was that whole thing. But like, mommy, I forgot. You know, that's where I discovered you. Oh, who the fuck is this guy? Oh, who the fuck this guy think he is, right? Oh, this guy's clowning everybody. Who's this guy? Yeah. That's how I discovered you, right? And right off the bat, you know, like the fucking ego that in us, like, man, this guy think he's a shit. Like, the fuck is clowning people? You're disturbing the piece of shit. Yeah. But at that time, I didn't realize. I'm like, yo, that's a format of art and putting out like what you like doing. Like, you're not hurting no one. Yeah. You're not what's it called? Putting down no one. No. You're genuinely trying to entertain the people. You know, that's what I'm saying. Butt of the joke. And that's a lot of the time people forget. Like, content creation is a form of art. Because look at everybody that's happening in the US. Look at the Kai Cenat. Yeah. Every mom and dad wants to be on his stream.
100%.
Think about that. A streamer. This is not no ball player, no rapper. No. A streamer, a content creator that came from nothing to build this whole empire for himself and his friend group AMP. Yeah. But think about that power, though. Imagine if we instill that mentality here within the Canadian market and actually stick together as a freaking community.
Oh yeah.
And that's the one issue that we have I want to talk to you about, man. South Asia community, content creation wise, there's so much divide. There's always some drama going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like we were speaking about earlier. There's so many things that goes on for no reason. Why do you think that is, Josh? Like you probably felt it too, but like some content creation you never met, but they have an opinion about you for no reason, and they judge you and they go off of that and they put that negative energy out in the world. Yeah, it's so weird to me, bro. I actually don't get it. Like, think about it, the shit that we could do together comparative to individually.
Yeah, right? Collaboration is always the way to go. Yeah, it's mutually beneficial for both sides, and you can always do something that's much bigger and greater. You can inspire people at the same time. That's one thing. Yeah, like I've asked my question this: why do some people sometimes don't quite grasp it or understand it? Right. I think in our community especially, like we are just such prideful people, right? We're very prideful, which is a great thing. It is. But it will bite us in the ass too when you become a little bit too prideful, right? Because then it's like, oh no, like mad jala bada bana, you know, like man he kis nu na leona, right? But like jado help di lod hai udo to apne log kar lende hai. Right? Yeah. I think it comes down to a pride. You want water? You can
just move it to the side.
Oh, okay.
So it gets in the frame when we do it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I think it comes down maybe to a pride thing, and I think it's also perspective as well. Like for me, for example, like anybody that I've like really truly genuinely connected with in the industry is always good vibes. Like I've never really got like that kind of like weird bad vibes. I think it's because I'm never really looking for it. Like I'm not saying like like I haven't met people that like I don't fully agree with like on certain things. Yeah. Right.
That's normal though.
I think it's definitely the kind of energy that you put out is the same energy that you receive.
It's so true, bro. It's like what you just said, can you hit the nail on the coffin? It's like, you're not looking for that energy.
I'm not looking for it.
And that's the issue that we face a lot of the time is like, when you go looking, you'll seek it. Yeah. And you'll embrace it too. Cause now you're like, okay, I want to play that character of almost like the bad one. I want to do fuck shit. You want to entice people. Yeah. You want to do the wrong things. And that's the issue that we face a lot of the time now. It's like, but I don't, in our community, I do feel like what you said. I feel like we are tight knit.
Yeah.
We just like Harpo guys for the Harpo and Bhavneet and the whole team did the 5X Fest. Right? Think about how powerful that is.
100%.
They started 4 or 5 years ago. And look at it where it's today.
Yeah.
Right? It's like that slow progress. Same thing with your dad. Your dad had the whole idea of bringing the community together.
Yeah.
Folk music, want to have to Milla. And now you go to Mill Woods, like I think that's where it takes place. Or it's packed out. There's at least like 50,000 people. Like probably more, bro. Probably
and he does it for free.
And he does it he enjoys it.
Yeah, he enjoys it, bro.
Right? And that's the beautiful thing about our culture is like when it comes together, it comes together. And it's 100%. So beautiful too, bro. Yeah. So, that's the one thing that I wanted to, get an idea from you was like how you kind of decipher certain rooms. Because, sometimes it's not easy to decipher. Because you're coming as a content creator, you want to make more content. You want to make music and this and that. But sometimes you don't know what you're getting yourself into. Yeah. With certain people, right? Yeah. But then what you alluded to, but like I felt like I've never gotten that given where I've been. You trusted yourself to put yourself around people, right?
I've been in rooms like I put myself like I was definitely when I was like a lot younger when I was first like starting out with content creating. I was like 18, 19, I just go with like whatever.
Yeah,
like,
the keto.
The keto. That's my thing, right? That's why my parents are so shit scared all the time. They're like, when you sanu pata hai, eta batch of idiot, right? Right? But like whatever, I'll put myself in the rooms and then I'll figure it out on the way. Yeah. I think over the years, meeting people and like really just like kind of having conversations and then kind of understanding people as well, right? From different age demographics, different cultures, different beliefs, different religions. You just kind of get like an understanding of like why people think the way that they do, right? How they act, right? And then you can kind of figure out a way to also fit in, or if the vibe's not there, bro, I just dip.
It's not for you.
I just dip,
you don't need to entertain it more.
I'll be respectful, whatever it is. But like I said, like till this point in day, everyone I meet is usually like pretty much always good vibes. And then they remain my friends. Like
forever.
Forever, bro. That's what I like. Like I love about this is I get to make genuine relationships and connections with people that are in like a creative aspect. And majority of the time, actually not majority, bro, every single time, anybody that's in some sort of creative aspect, like you guys, for example, as well, this is a creative art that you guys are in, right? The people that are in the creative art are stepping out of the norm to try and socialize with people, right? They've obviously gone through their own life experiences to get to that point.
Yeah. Yep. It's so true, bro.
So they're always going to be some sort of a character, somebody in their own right that is like, you can vibe with it.
And I think we're coming around to this, especially with our parents. I'll speak about my mom. My mom's so funny. The other day, well, she watches YouTube nonstop. Bro, nonstop. She's watching this channel. She's like, I'm gonna it's 50 lakh बनाਉਂਦੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦਾ ਬਸ ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਜੋ ਬਸ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਹੀ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਅਪਲੋਡ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ she's like ਆਪਾਂ ਵੀ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਲੱਗ ਗਏ for me bro like you guys clowned me when I was starting the podcast and we got now 2 years later be like ਆਪਾਂ ਵੀ YouTube channel start ਕਰੀਏ but again it's like in the normality for them they didn't know. And even for your parents, like I see you have a relationship with the BB, y'all making skits with them, like, and it's such a cool thing because like my BB passed away when I was like right before my like when I was born, so I never got the chance to actually live. Like I didn't have that, right? But to see that is so cool, man. And then like you don't even do it for let me set this up. It's genuinely like day-to-day shit, and that happens. How did your parents like see? So when you started doing like, let's say, you started going to the co-host for the weddings and stuff. They started being the host. Started going to Cali the Mela as what is it called? Like not promoters. As speakers. Like how Parm the world and everybody. You guys, what do we call them? MCs.
MCing and hosting.
Hosting and MCing, right? So when you presented that idea, but like, your mom, I'm gonna start doing this, or like dad, I'm gonna start doing this. Did they ever say, be like, man, go back to university, fuck you doing?
Well, the funny thing is, bro, I'm still in uni.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I'm still in university.
Good for you, man.
Again, this is not something that's like I usually talk about, but I'm in my final year for civil engineering.
Okay, sick.
So like they're still, they're like
hope hagi.
They're like, yo, like Joe Marji Karna, like, we don't really care. Like the thing is, I never told them like I'm gonna MC and host. It's just something that naturally happened. It just I got an opportunity for a show and I was like, yo, this is sick. I go strictly based off of vibes, bro. I don't plan nothing. Like anybody that thinks like, oh, yo, this guy had this whole like plan in his head. No, brother. This is all Rab Rakha. God is just,
whatever happens.
Yeah, but like the school thing, like that's definitely something like I can definitely say like, yo, you don't have to drop out of school to do this. You're going to lose a lot of sleep. Like there's like lot of days that like I don't sleep.
But you actually don't sleep.
No.
You don't.
And that's a part of it.
No, I don't sleep. Like a lot of days.
You're like, I just don't sleep.
Yeah. Straight up.
Do you like? Are you? So with going to school, because you're, of course, you have this, content creation and everything.
Yeah.
You're getting a lot of attention and work and stuff. Do you think you're going to school for the sake of your parents, or are you just going for?
I would say it's a mix of both.
Okay.
It started off with the sake of my parents.
Yeah.
Right? Because they, as brown parents, obviously, like you don't understand when you're younger. But like as I'm getting older now, I really have started understanding it. Like they just want you to have that safety net. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You have that safety net, so at any point in time in your life, whenever you need it, like like anything can happen is life, right? You have that safety net. But then when I started working also as like a civil engineer, I was like, yo, this shit is dope as fuck. Like I'm building like bridges and roads and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's dope. Now I fell in love with it. Now I'm like excited to finish school.
That's
like,
sick, man.
To choose whatever like kind of direction that I want to go in, right?
Yeah.
And that's such a thing too. A lot of people won't even like, I know maybe I'm looking at the negative side, but a lot of people don't showcase that side of when you say shit like this.
Yeah.
They'll take that negative side, be like, yo, man, look, he's bad for our youth, or he's bad for the people that are young. Bro, the fact that you're only 23, and this is out of genuine respect, man, like you have a lot of maturity that I can already see for someone who's 23.
Love,
and
bro.
I mean that,
Appreciate
man.
that.
Like, you might do your fun skits, whatever, but like that's just, what you enjoy doing. But aside from that maturity, you had to grow up faster than a normal person that doesn't have the limelight on his head. A lot of people don't understand the pressure that comes with it, bro. Because the thing is, man, like now, everybody's looking down on you. You make one mistake.
Yeah.
It's on worldwide media. Yeah. Look, we knew all along Josh was a clown. Bro, it's a reality. But thing is, you guys live with that pressure of content creators or someone who has name out there, like you known. Mm-hmm. You make one misstep, this shit is over. Your shit is everywhere. Yeah. And kudos to you for, one, not giving a fuck about it. And two, at least living to your truth where you're like, okay, if something came about, I know what I did and how I did it. There were no malice behind it. I know where I put myself in circles. Yeah. So I'm not worried about nothing. But a lot of times, like, there's the other side of it too, though. Do you feel like you have a responsibility to kind of showcase both sides? Like, yeah, do what you want to do, as you said, but there's a responsibility on your side. Be like, you know what? Make something out of yourself. Do you feel like you have the responsibility to put a better future for the younger generation that look up to you? Because I feel like, you do have that pressure now, because whether you want it or not, that pressure is on you to lead a better example for the people that's coming ahead of you. Yeah. You feel that pressure and the kids reach out to you? Do you ever feel like, maybe I gotta lay back on certain thing and be like, okay, reframe something, or give a different message out there? Because I do see your positive message that you do put out sometimes.
Like I wouldn't say it's a pressure. I look at it more like an opportunity that I've been given to like also be able to speak on behalf of like the upcoming community and the newer generations, right? And maybe be able to inspire them in some sort of way. At the end of the day, bro, I'm just being myself online.
Yeah.
Like I don't really know. Like I don't really think like oh, I have to say this or that. I just be myself. Like if there's some sort of pressing issue that I like really feel like I want to talk about, I will talk about it, and I will express it to like the full extent, right? Like at first, for example, like in my videos, right? Like I would get like uncles and aunties, my pua, masi guys, like tu gala kade kaddi anda, gala kaddi anda ki niya like keep but that's just me. Yeah. Like I gala kadda tha, like I grew up in
I can't do anything.
I grew up in a Jata household, bro. Yeah. Like you should have one conversation with my baba, bro.
Like harek sentence de vich koi gala. Like, how do you take that out of me?
Brother, I thought like told me hello when I was growing up.
Came out the womb and learning fucking gala.
Punjabi way, man.
Yeah, but like I definitely do feel like when I like obviously like for example yesterday, right, we were playing a soccer game and like there's these two kids and they like noticed while we were playing the game, like, yo Josh, like yo, right? And like as soon as the halftime came, went and talked to them. I do feel like I have that responsibility more so now, right? But it's coming from like me wanting to
exactly
really do that,
right?
Because it's like, yo, like we were talking about it, there's not enough like representation when it comes to content creating or music here in Edmonton and Calgary and Alberta in general, right? That's something that I wanted to create since I was young. I didn't know how I was gonna do it or what I was gonna do, but I wanted to do something, right? And it just happened to be like this. So when I get to meet like younger generation like kids, right, like that's definitely something that I like to have a conversation with them about, see where their head's at, and if they get any sort of inspiration or if I can give them any sort of tips in any sort of way, like, well, why not?
You will,
yeah. And that's the beautiful thing too, bro. It's like giving a kid hope is like the greatest thing you can do, because now you give that kid hope, but thing is, you're a living proof of it.
Yeah.
There's a difference. I can, blow smoke to air, but like if I'm not living what I'm saying, but then like what am I trying to preach? Are they preaching to a choir that like, okay, well, what are you doing? It doesn't make any sense. So the fact that you have that ability to put out good content too, and you have such an engaging community too. That's the one thing I want to talk to you. You have an engaging community where you built it for a long time, where you like now be like, you know what? As you said, I will leave it in a better hand for new generation to come. But then again, I'm gonna embrace this. When I gotta talk about certain things, I will talk about it. When I don't want to, if I don't have to talk about it, I won't. I don't need to, right? But and that's the one thing, I was searching, bro. I know this is gonna be pressing matter, but it's so funny in my head, bro. For me, it's such a fucking big deal. I don't give a fuck about what nobody says. Like 4 years ago when the farmer protest came out, right? I saw so many people like banning, like nobody stands on the fucking word, bro. That's the one thing that it pisses me off. I'm getting mad now. I don't know why I get mad, but because we treated Bollywood as if like, okay, a lot of them, some of them stood up for us, right?
Yeah.
Because bro, I grew up 10 years there.
Yeah.
My taya, my chacha, they still live there. They rely on farming as their bread, like to make money, to live, to have something to sleep under the next day, right? And when I saw it, like, okay, people like, it was like a movement of like, okay, let's boycott Bollywood, right? 4 years later, where's that same energy?
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe I'm being too harsh, but thing is, we gotta stand on something. If we I'm not saying boycott them for life, but I'm saying like if they come out and put a statement out, look at Amitabh Bachchan, bro. Look what he said in 1984. We put him as a fucking god in today's society, we're like, because he has Kamega Crorepati like episode that everybody watches in a family household. But look what he said in 1984 about when the genocide took place. He said kill all of them. He said that on live television. He said kill all the Sikhs. He's like they're gonna pay for it. That's what they said. He said on live television.
Yeah.
But we don't condemn that. We don't shy away from the support, because why don't we take that? And this is the one thing I want to speak to you, because you guys are in that content creation side where we do put these Bollywood people on a pedestal. Yeah, like they're run by pretty much like a big organization. Like Ambani's run the world, but they're one of the biggest famous people out there that have immense amount of money. I don't have nothing negative, but thing is, we gotta stand on our own ground when it comes to a community. But like, okay, if we're gonna stand on one side, stand on that side. Yeah. Don't go like after a couple 4 years now, let's just reimburse ourselves with that community again. Like no, like I told my sister, I'm like, there's not gonna be a Bollywood movie played in this house. Hold, period. I don't care. I said that to him, right? I'm like, you wanna watch it on your own? Go ahead. Here, you're not gonna play it. I'm sorry. Like I can't. How can you? And that's the one thing. You feel like you want to live up to that standard of like, if I stand on something, I'm going to stand on it. I don't care if I miss out opportunity, I miss out. Like it's not about the money, because two things kill in our culture, like Gurbani says, money and ego. Those two things kill a person. And
5 chores, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Kaam, krodh, lodh, modh, hankar. They will kill you, brother.
It will. Yeah. Like, do you feel like that's important to you to stand on what you say to your truth and live it till the day you die? Because I feel like it's important. We don't do that enough now. We sway where the wind goes. And I don't fuck with. That's why I get so passionate about it. That's why I don't want to talk about it enough. Because then I get it's a lot of emotions I feel when it comes to this topic. Because I do, bro. Like living back home for 10 years, it gave me a respect for what we have here and the voice that we have and what we can bring change to a different country given where we are. It's such a huge opportunity for us, because those voices go unheard because no one's gonna report it. If something were to happen to Mataja, like in the middle of the farm somewhere, because the police or someone did something, we're never gonna hear it. Right? So I don't know. How do you feel about that? You feel like it's important to you?
I have a story about it. Yes, it is very important to me. So like, again, this is something I haven't talked about publicly as well, right? But I'm a firm believer in, if you're riding, you ride. You know what I mean? You stand on your shit. There was, and like I said, like, I like making like videos on certain topics that like are issues to me too, right? Like that I feel some sort of way about. There was a time in Punjab when they were cutting off the water, right? Sidhu released that one Ghana.
He's like, he's like, Sanu apna. That's what was the song called, man? I don't know. Was it 27? No. Was it the one he said right before he passed away? Was it the song he talked about? Where he's like, Sanu.
They released it after.
They released it
afterwards.
Yeah.
Fuck, I forgot the name of the song, but that song, SYL, right? And they were talking about the water cuttage that they were doing, the government was doing to Punjab, right? And I was like reading about it, and I was like, yo, this is fucked. I was like, this is fucked. I was like, why are like kids from here not talking about it? So bang, I posted a video, right? Made a video and I posted it. Views are jumping, 50, 100K, 200K, 300K. I'm starting getting phone calls, right? My BB bumper in India at the time.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I started getting phone calls from like people in my family that are like in the government, in politics. Like, yo, Josh, like, take that video down.
What?
Yeah, like, yo, Josh, they're like, yo, Josh, take that video down. My own family members, my parents start getting scared. Like, yo, Josh, take that video down.
Because they're back home.
They're like, yo, they're like, tenu pada nahi. They're like, tenu ye cheezain bare pada nahi kinni gandi government ta. And I told them straight up, I was like, yo, I don't give a flying fuck. I was like, I don't care what they're gonna do to me. You know, I don't give a fuck, right? But then they told me like, yo, BB baba out there. Like, tenu pada nahi.
More than you.
It's like, Jay, ne kar ditta kuch ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ. They're like, you
no
are
one's
gonna
know.
I was like, fuck, cause you're right. And then bang, I got like a whole like email message. I got blacklisted.
You're lying. What?
Yes. The government, bro, 200-300K views on Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah, spreads.
It gets people talking.
So bro, that's also like what from my experience I can say is also why people are
kind of scared
bro,
to talk
the government
about.
will shut you the fuck up.
Bro, you know,
That's so fucked.
Yeah,
you know,
it's fucked, brother.
It's so scary too, because like it's funny, like
I'm like 19 at the time,
and you're young too, and because that's 4 years ago. You're literally you're a kid.
Yes.
You don't know any better. You know, I don't want to talk about this person's name, but it's interesting. He came from Pendala as like a pen. So he had some relationship, like family. He didn't know him personally or anything, right?
Yeah.
Take this in. He came to Canada a while back. He resides here. You know, he's on a no-fly list even within Canada.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He came to my sister's wedding from Toronto to BC.
Yeah.
In a car because he's on the no-fly list. He can't leave. He can't go to US. Can't take a flight there. He gotta drive everywhere. Like how crazy he's on the no-fly list.
Yeah.
But they let him do like drive around, but he can't fly. Like how crazy is that? And that goes to show the power of this government that holds. And then that's another thing that I reside with you. I don't care, bro. Like anything happen to me, I would die telling the truth. I'm not gonna sit behind closed corridor like I'm talking this tough talk. But in front of camera, I'll be like, no, I think they're not that bad of people. No, man, they are. Yeah. Like during that whole protest, like all the Bollywood, 90% of them, they all want to portray us in movies to get clicks and views and money. Yeah. But when it comes to speaking up, everybody's hush hush. When did they start talking? Think about it. When Rihanna put up that tweet, everybody's like, no, you can't fall into the propaganda. Your propaganda is your government putting it out. And what you said about the YSL song, an interesting part that came out of it. Punjab is the most rich when it comes to the agriculture, the water, all the Panj Darya. That's where we got a name from. It goes to Punjab. But yet we don't profit off of that as a state.
We don't.
We get the least amount of funding from the government when it comes to all the other states, and yet we're the most feared. Yeah. And we're the smallest when it comes to numbers. We're the smallest, but we're feared the most. Exactly. So that speaks volume, man. That speaks to resilience of our people that we ought to carry forward. We can't forget that. And that's the one thing that I'm proud of wearing this, because I feel like this means something. And I'm going to carry it the right way. And to the people, to even my next generation, I'm going to do it. Because it means something to me. And I'm going to stand on it no matter what. If somebody would tell me like tomorrow, be like, oh, like he's like, I go to Cuba, like I go to vacation. They call me a terrorist. When they look at me, they're like, oh, Osama. I'm like, oh, like it's funny jokes for them. Like, it's all good. But like for me, it's about education. I get that. I sit down, I'm like, come on, bro, it's not funny. I'm like, it's funny in the moment. I laugh with you. I don't care. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, pass, but like, no, I'm gonna fight you. It doesn't do any service. I'm gonna laugh with you. Oh, okay, funny joke. It's cool. But then I teach them, and then we become good friends with those people. Spent the whole rest of the evening with them, going on a random ass trip. Then someone who called me Osama 3 hours ago.
Tequila shots with them.
Right? So it's all about like carrying your culture forward in the right way, and I'm telling you, people will resonate with it. And don't forget that. That's the one message that I like about you. You present to the audience, man. Remember your roots and where you come from, and live that, and be that. Don't forget where you come from, because we're the only you're the next generation. I'm the next generation. After our parents pass away, it's our duty. And if we forget about it and we don't pass it along, who will? And a lot of people have that. You know, we had this talk with our previous host. I'm like, is it important to you to carry forward in your kids, teaching the Punjabi this, that? And then his answer was more like political, like deviated, but like, oh, like if he embraces in the culture here, like, oh, like you can't push it on him or this or that. Like it was like a very political answer for me, like in a way, but I'm like, But for me, I'm like, no, man. I don't think there's like obviously I'm not going to force the kid be like, no, you do a bad Punjabi song like this. That. Like no, but if you provide an environment, they're gonna learn automatically.
Yeah.
But if the environment's not there to begin with, I'll be like, I got, but man, you want to need like why, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I get so passionate about it, man, because there's so much things that we don't talk enough when it comes to this topic. So, but I'm glad that you have that willpower to be like, no, I don't stray away from these conversations. If they come, they come. If they don't, but did you actually end up deleting that video though?
No, I didn't take it down.
Okay, I respect that. Yeah. I respect that. Because like even like it's funny. Speaking of that, like Chutney guys, they can't even fly to India.
Yeah.
Oh, they can't fly to India? Come on. I don't know.
Remember like his first that one song he sang with Bunny Gill, Karku. Yeah, Karku was one of the songs he put up, and Roos as well with Bunny Gill. Those were the two bangers that he put up. But bro, amount of hate that he was getting out of it, that he spoke on it. This was like almost 4 or 5 years ago, I want to say.
Yeah.
Then he's like, man, I can't fly to India, no chance. My Bapu can't go, my family can't go, I can't go, because they know, man. As much as we want to sit here, like I got flagged going to the U.S. You know, this is a funny story. I don't think I told these people something. Remember when Amrit Pal was on the run in Punjab? Mm-hmm. I was going to Vegas with my friend. I got taken to the back room because my name is Amrit Pal.
Oh, damn.
They're like, you matched the description of someone that's on the... So when someone's a fugitive, I guess on a scale where like is that big, especially India, has like they have a political power to put them on some sort of list, like world wanted list. They're like, your name matches with someone. I was sitting in the interrogation room for an hour. They're like, where are you from? I'm like, I'm born here. You see I'm a citizen here.
Damn.
I'm like, that has nothing to do with me. Sat there for an hour, almost missed my flight because of that. Because my name matched with someone. I don't look like him. Haven't been to India in I don't even know how long.
Yeah. And
this is how I'm getting treated in my own country. Yeah. That goes to show the power these people have. It's not jokes until it happens to you.
It's not.
So that's why with Chutney guys, I do respect that they don't get scared from that.
They're true to themselves.
They're true to themselves, bro. And that's the one thing I have so much respect that I'm like, you know what? People can say whatever, but they're not gonna back down from nothing. Mm-hmm. And that's such a profound thing. And those things don't come that often, bro. They don't. Yeah. Like, with Diljit and everything, we talk about creators, like a lot of people stray away from certain things because during this time, like imagine you got an opportunity. You're like, Josh, I got an opportunity. You're like, you know what? I'm not gonna talk about this because this opportunity means to me more because like I'm getting more money and fame and I'm gonna stay quiet during this time.
That's funny, yo. Like the time that all that stuff happened, I actually had an opportunity, a big one.
Really?
And it was denied.
What? Because of that?
Yep. Yeah.
Wow. What was that? If you don't mind talking. Do you think
it was a movie role?
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
And due to that fact, the skit you put out, you're like,
me off.
It took you off that list, eh? Yeah. Damn, I go see show, man.
Nobody knows about this stuff, bro. This is all like behind the scenes. A couple of my buddies know that's it. Just keep it like that.
That's crazy.
Did you ever get like threats? Because you hear like, a lot of people like getting threats now. Because now, bro, like even look what happened in BC, all these shootings and everything.
Yeah.
Like those people that pulled up in front of the gurdwaras. Mm-hmm. Bro, it's scary.
Yeah.
Do you ever get threats or anything like that or no?
I mean, if you look through my DMs, I'm sure you can find a couple of guys that got it, but like...
Probably some 10-year-old that's trying to sketch.
I don't know, bro. No one's ever come to my face and said anything, and if they want to, they're open for it. Come and say whatever you want. Like, it's all
We're here for it. Yeah.
The thing is, like, nobody's going to come up to you. They don't have the balls for it.
Internet warriors.
That's fucking crazy.
Internet warriors.
Crazy. But it's like kind of talking about with, like, a representation of, like, our community.
Yeah.
And this is one thing that I wanted to talk about. Like, there's that recent, where Diljit showed up in his own gown and everything like that, right?
But the Megala.
Fire. Right? I thought it was fire.
So sick.
So fire.
And then I was wondering, I was like, okay, because there's the Patiala necklace.
Yeah. Oh,
right?
Yeah. They denied it.
They denied Diljit from wearing it. And
they gave it to the other actress, Gauri. What was her name?
Emma Chamberlain.
Yeah, they gave it to her.
She wore it before. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm like, we're the ones. There's a reason why. The reason why this necklace is
because of us.
Like, show some fucking respect. Yeah. Like, yo, it's crazy though. Like, how much we get silenced, man. From India, we get silenced. From Cartier, like, bro, it's insane.
And that was Diljit that said no to. He's the face of Punjabis. He's the face.
As much as people want to downplay, be like, oh, he doesn't speak this, he doesn't do this.
Yeah.
Even the people crucified him for having that Punjab's Naksha on his back with Gurmukhi on it. People crucified him for that. He spoke on it recently. He's like, I don't go fuck. He's like, what? He's like, so what? He's like, this is where I come from. This is what speaks to me. You want to cancel me? Go ahead.
Even recently, I think I was reading on I think he's coming out with a new movie, and the actress is Pakistani, right?
Yeah.
And,
no. So what happened was he was originally releasing Jaswant Singh, the documentary he made, but then again, what Jaswant Singh was doing after 1984 happened, he was a main lawyer that looked at all the cases of the innocent life they killed.
95 or something like that.
Yeah. So 95, he started unpacking all these innocent people that India government just killed.
Yeah.
Kids, mothers, daughters, sons, dads. They killed them without disregard to anything. So he started uncovering it, and the Indian government killed him for it. So Diljit made a movie on it, and to this day hasn't seen any light of the movie. Yeah. And then there was this Pakistani actor that was in that movie. And that's the main narrative they're running in it, because apparently there's a clause in India's constitution, a Pakistani actor can't be in a movie if it's gonna launch in India. I didn't even know this was a thing.
That's crazy. Look at the type of shit that they'll implement.
I think about why would you put that in that's a law? Like apparently I forgot what it was called, but whatever it was, still though, man, like that person had nothing to do with anything what happened back in the day, or even if that's the truth they live in, right? But yeah, it's interesting the way he's. But I love Diljit though, man. He's carrying, as you said, he's bringing that culture, like he's carrying it on his back. As much as that people want to say negative shit. Bro, like
all we need is a collab with Drake.
Bro, he's Drake, bro. Drake the Drake?
Yeah.
Like, yo, bro, he literally is.
Yeah. But that's more on the political side, we love talking about it, because I don't think we met enough influencers where they're okay talking about it, because they'll give you like a nonchalant answer, then move on. Yeah. They won't never like fully dive
That is why though.
But that is why though, like behind closed doors.
Looking out for themselves. Like you gotta like your family, like it's some serious shit, bro. Yeah. And I found out the hard way. Yeah. Right? Not that super hard way, thank God. Right? But yo, like they don't fuck around with that shit.
Yeah. That's scary. Yeah. Even like remember that one person that he went there from London to India for his wedding, for his sister's wedding? Man, he was such
what Jake Paul saying?
Yeah, and he ended up getting locked up for how many years now?
Oh, he's from Scotland.
And he's not a citizen of India.
He's
Scotland. He's from Scotland. He's citizenship there.
Yeah.
And without any charges, beaten, like everything you can name it. Without any charges, he was kept there. That goes to show how far the shit that you can do without any repercussions or something. That's why they got away with it, because they know and no one's gonna say anything. So.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But straying away from that, man, like that topic I could talk about so much. Yeah. Because that's more on the serious side. But with you have like a jolly personality. Funny that I met you last year during the We Got Next tournament.
Which is crazy.
The randomest thing, you're like, we're from Edmonton, I'm from Edmonton.
That's crazy.
What's so funny too? I took my jersey off and I'm like, bro, I'm going on this team, remember?
Yeah.
I took the jersey off, I was originally on the other team. Then I took the jersey off, I'm like, bro, we're the Edmonton boys. Yeah. Come on. I'm like, we stick together. Took the jersey off, joined the other team, right?
Bro, that's crazy that we met in Cali. And you're from Edmonton, I'm from Edmonton. I was like, what the hell? I was like, what are the chances?
Did I meet him here? But right then, I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I seen your skits, and like I used to think, I'm like, man, what the hell? Yeah. But then now I'm coming around to it. But that's a maturity for me where I can admit where I was wrong. I'm like, I judged you based off the videos. I'm like, man, what the fuck is this guy doing? This guy's making a clown out of himself.
Yeah.
But now I'm realizing, I'm like, man, that's his form of how he enjoys.
It's funny, bro. Like you talk about the mummy videos, right? Bro, I've been doing that since I was a young guy.
Yeah, like a kid.
Like I'm gonna be straight up. Like this is where it stems from. When I was young, like I started traveling like quite a bit when I was younger. Like not like fun traveling, but like kind of like out of like just like shit that I had to deal and handle when I was young, right?
Yeah.
Like we're talking like when I was like 10, 11, 12 years old, young, very young, right? And then obviously when I'd be going, like my mom would be like, she'd be like, yo, like मैंने उत्ते जाके phone करी जब plane दे जब बैठा मैंने phone करी जब तू टट्टी करता होता मैंने phone करी, like anything. Yeah. So then just to make her laugh, like whenever I'd reach the destination, I'd just go to a public place, just to like give her a little bit of the heebie-jeebies, and I'd scream and I'd just send that to her, and then she'd laugh.
Yo, that's so cute.
And it would make her happy, right? And then that would kind of like deter her from like feeling like anxiety or stress. Hopefully, that's what I like was my
your goal. Yeah.
And then I just started doing online. And then this straight up.
That's so funny. I know, because you know what's so funny too, though? Because like, you know how you're like, mami, todo. Well, that's the reality of the kids back home. You're sitting there like you're 3-4 years old, you're screaming out of the toilet, but like, mami, todo. Like, that's the thing. Yeah. But you know, it's cool to where it stemmed from. Because you're not doing it out of like, oh, let me see what I can do to get clicks. Yeah. It came out of genuine shit for your mom and like what you guys went through, whatever it may be. And it came out of like genuine, like, yo, you know what? This is funny. Yeah, it's funny. I'm gonna put it out there. Who cares? Like what people say. And I respect that even more now because like, I don't know that. See, now I don't know that. Nobody knows. Exactly. Yeah. Nobody knows. But now I have more profound respect for what you do because like, you don't try to do it, but like, man, let's see how I can annoy people, this, that, or that's not what you do. Yeah. Yeah, there's some content creators that maybe do it, but like, who cares? That's their, if that's their prerogative, how they want to put themselves out there, that's on them. Yeah. You're not living their truth, they're living to their truth. So it's cool to see. And then another thing that I want to talk to you about is like, you know, it's so cool to see how many people are coming up in the community when it comes to content creation, like especially like streaming and stuff. Like, you know, one thing I respect, like this is another thing I can admit where I'm wrong. That Parm world, like I didn't know the guy. I met him at the tournament too. Yeah. I didn't know him at all. Yeah. So for me, I'm like, man, like what's this guy doing? Again, my natural dumbass ego came. I'm like, man, he's not doing nothing. He's making dumb shit. Yeah. Then I had this realization after that tournament. I really sat there. I'm like, man, you know what? They're actually doing shit. They're actually doing something. Yeah. And they said they're gonna do something, and he did it. Yeah. And guess what? He's reaping the reward of what he says he's going to do 100%. Without giving one fuck of idiot like me might have an opinion about him. Yeah. No, it's true. I can admit when I'm wrong. As a man, I can admit when I'm wrong. Yeah. And I can admit that, you know what? I'm wrong for judging certain people because of where they are. Oh, I think if that doesn't align with my ideology, who cares? As long as I said, he's not hurting no one, not doing anything wrong, I respect that. Yeah. And, you know, to pay homage to the lineage of people that came before us, like Lily saying, Just Rain, 8K, like, we grew up watching YouTube videos back in like 2012, like 2011, or there's four guys in the back watching one screen because that's the only guy can afford a fucking iPad or the iPhones, right? So that's what I say. I want to pay homage to everybody that give the flowers. Actually, give them flowers to you. Power Moves the world. Even hour before midnight, I met him just like randomly. I'm like, I came across a clip. You know what? This is dope. Yeah. I never seen two Sardars doing a podcast in a funny manner. This is cool. Oh, yeah. I'm like, we want to do something like this one day, and then we started doing it. And more we get integrated in this space, I'm like, I respect this. Yeah. You know, how is it with you guys dealing with like just collabing with them, working with them? Because I know you guys are tight knit, like in the whole like from the Surrey boys, even like in Toronto and whatnot. Yeah. Like, how do you guys work? Like, do you guys feel like it just naturally just clicked when you guys met? Yes. Right. It's just vibes, bro. Like for example, like Parm, for example, I've seen one of his videos, like. He was making like a stream or WWE video. I was like, oh, cool. I was like, he's trying to do something at the box. I was like, let me reach out to him. Oh, and I did. He was like, yo, what, Josh? He's like, what's up, bro? And then next time I went to Vancouver, like Surrey, we linked up. It's just vibes from there. Yeah. And then something turns into something more, and then something more turns into something even more. Then so like it turns into a lifelong relationship that you develop with somebody. Yeah. And of course, when it's content creating, bro, like you have to have a certain personality for it. Mm-hmm. When you're around other content creators and there's a camera, it's just natural, bro. It's very easy. It's very easy. It's just like I'm just chilling with my boys. It's not you're not forcing it. Because some people do. Yeah. But you can tell that when you watch a video, but like, what the fuck is going on here? Energy doesn't lie, bro. Energy doesn't lie. People aren't stupid. Like they can tell. It's so true.
It's so crazy though. It's just like you would just imagine that if you do see someone's personality, then you would imagine that they'll be the same person in reality too.
Yeah, no, not all the time.
It's crazy.
You won't see that. I think it comes down to whether you enjoy it, bro. Yeah. A lot of people do it because like some of them got to a point where like they got a level of fame. They're like, you know what, I gotta keep this going just because like I gotta keep this going. Yeah. But with these dudes, they do some fun shit. Yeah, like they do a lot of the stuff where like, you know what, like, oh, like, you know what, let's integrate this in the community. Yeah. Yo, like other streamers are doing it. Let's bring this into our community. But like that's so cool to me. Yeah. Like I would never think of doing that. You know why? Because being one of the biggest things that I can take away from youngins, I don't know how you guys do this, is not being worried about people's perception of how they see you online.
Bro, I've been hearing it since I was a kid, bro. Yeah. My parents have been telling me all the time. I always told them I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Why would I care? Yeah. Why do I care what somebody else has to say about me? Yeah. Why do I care? Like what sort of benefit am I gonna get out of somebody else's perception of me? Yeah. I've been getting judged since I was a kid, bro, for doing random shit. I put extra mitha on my jaw, right? Someone's like, "Tu mitha pi janda, tu diabetes or nahi hai." I'm like, bro, I'm just vibing, man. Just living my life, bro. Let me put a little extra mitha on my jaw. I don't know if I feel like it. Like, what the hell, you know?
Yeah, no, it's cool, man. I give respect to you guys, man. Because I do. I mean this about my heart. Like all the creators out there, man, especially in our community, I see even that, what's his name? Parjeet? What's his name?
Yeah.
Parjeet? Yeah. I saw some of his clip because I saw him on Aiden Ross. I'm like, yo, is this Apna guy? I'm like, it's Apna. I'm like, oh shit, the guy's Apna.
Yeah, bro.
And I gave kudos to him because I remember putting yourself having, because now, but you know what the thing with him is? I feel bad for him because he wears a dastar, he wears a pug. He has anything he does wrong right away, but like, man, tu pag nu thale liya ya na ya. I remember this one time he did an ardas right before they were about to eat in front of like a couple streamers. And then maybe he and then after like he said, I think after it was done, he said it perfectly.
Yeah.
And then I think after somebody said something, then he said, oh fuck. People ignored everything he said perfectly and focused on the fuck. But like, man, like after after you said fuck, we're like, way to go. I'm like, is this how we see these people? Embrace what they're doing good.
Yeah.
To see that in public, you can't even promote that. And the fact that he's doing it in front of millions, that's neat. He's putting our people out there.
100%.
And that's where I'm starting to gain respect for these creators. I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, they're putting our culture, our community, they're speaking Punjabi on platforms, they're putting us up there.
Yeah.
How can you hate on that? And if you do, then you just a hater, period.
It's easy target, man. Just easy target.
You think that's why it is? Is it just think a genuine hate, or you feel like that's something they wish they could have done, or that's why they're not?
I think it's insecurities.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't think hate ever stems from just like nobody grows up being a hateful person. You know what I mean? Everybody's born the same. You know, like as a baby, you're precious, right? It's the environment that you grow up in, and then the experiences that you go through in life that shape you to become how you are. Yeah. Right? Like I've had people. I was literally just having this conversation with GK on the way here, bro. I'll go to like Punjabi weddings sometimes, like that I'm literally like paid to like MC or host, or even if I'm just going to one of my boys' weddings, and people will just talk shit or beef me there for no reason, right?
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, and I'm very non-confrontational, bro. Like I'll have a conversation, I'll crack a joke or two, you know what I mean? And I'll
keep it moving.
I keep it pushing, you know? Yeah. Sometimes people just don't allow it. I've had a gun pulled on me at weddings, like fucking for no reason. You know? People just want to scrap, start some sort of problem, whatever it is. But it is what it is. It's the reality that we live in. And sometimes people like to project their insecurities. And I don't think it's bad to hate on those people. I think you should just look at it from a perspective of like feeling bad because they didn't get to do what they wanted to do. Right? And that's a result of the environment that they grew up in. Yeah. You know, so you can feel bad for those people too in like a way. And then maybe you can, if they're willing to, you know, have a conversation about it, you can maybe help them out. Sometimes they don't want it, and then whatever.
So people don't. Some people don't want to be helped though. They generally don't.
Yeah.
You know, like some people just have that negative aspect of, that's just how they, like you said, environment. And then some people just like, man, they're just Debbie Downers, bro.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm a huge fucking fan of Pop Smoke. Like Pop Smoke was like my guy. Yeah. And then one thing he's like, man, he's like, if you're a Debbie Down ass person, don't bring that shit here. Yeah. He's like, keep the Debbie Down ass shit over there. He's like, don't bring it to me. He's like, we're good vibes only. And then for me, like I live that.
Yes.
I love I'm not going, if I vibe with someone, I vibe with it. We're gonna fucking vibe out all night. Yeah. Like the real people, like the people actually know me, they know my personality. Like I'm a low key guy, but the thing is like I like cracking jokes. I like making, we do our podcast with Moken, we try to bring more real conversation, but I love making like jokes, doing dumb shit. You know, like I was telling Mok, you know that movie, Manje Bestere?
Yeah.
You know that one character in there, that Baba that does like chocolate with the
He's OG, bro.
Bro, I could, because like he's youngin too. People don't realize he's I forgot his name, bro. You know his name?
I know.
But he's a youngin. It's like a costume put on Dottie, bro, right? And I could replicate his voice. No bullshit.
Yeah.
The way he spoke, right? He's like, the way I could do it. Like, and like when my parents heard me, they're like, whoa, what the fuck? Then they started cracking up. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, bro. I'm like, this is the real me. I'm like, you guys might laugh at it, but I'm like, bro, I love just being like goofy and shit, you know, like, and that's why I said like meeting real people like yourself, like it just, the conversation flows, everything goes. Yeah. And then that's what I'm trying to gain more and more respect for content creators like yourself and like everybody else in our community. I'm starting to gain so much more respect. Even like Only Rads, it's so funny. Bro, he gets so much fucking hate. He gets so much hate for no reason.
Unreal banda, bro. Unreal banda. Unreal banda, bro.
We had a conversation just on IG and we click. I'm like, bro, you're actually the best. I'm like, I don't care what fucking people say. You're actually a G. Like, but people hate on him unnecessarily. Like, I thought, like, why do you have so much energy to hate? You could make something. You could do the same shit he's doing. Competition is great.
Yeah.
Competition is good. It's healthy. Competition is healthy. If I'm in a space with Josh, like he's doing something, man, I want to one up him. That don't mean I don't look down on him. Hey, I want to do something better. Okay, you're just like, oh shit, he did that. I want to do something better. You feel that sometimes with it?
100%.
Because that's healthy.
For me, as long as you keep it in like a healthy perspective, you know, like you don't allow it to consume you, bro. From like young, like I think it stemmed for me from kickboxing, right? Like it was just like, yo, like I love winning. I love winning, but like the only way to win is by just outworking. You have to outwork. You know what I mean? Like, and as long as you just keep like a genuine like kind of energy towards whatever you do, I feel like you can accomplish genuinely anything if you just work, consistently learn, and just keep good energy.
Good energy, yeah.
Always.
Do you feel like you have a line you don't cross with certain thing though? Do you?
Like in what way?
Imagine like, let's say somebody came across, but like, oh, you know what, like I don't align with this agenda, I'm not gonna do this. Is there certain things that you don't cross when it comes to content creating or collaboration or anything that you might not? Because like one thing that we, you know, me and Mark speak about, I'm like, you know, one thing I don't get is, I know this maybe is a bad outlook, I'm like, but I do want to have a podcast about with someone, like speak on guys and girls that focus on more so negative talks and the toxicity when they try to tap in the toxicity side of the culture. They just focus on the negative side and they try to bring that forth. Like, do you ever feel like, you know, when you have that, you don't want to associate, there's a line you don't want to cross with like certain things, or is there something that you're not willing to do if something is presented to you?
I just base it off of vibes, bro. Like if I agree with kind of like what, like, are you speaking like more so like with creators or
creators, or even like if something were to come about like a job, somebody be like, yo Josh, like we'd love to for you have this event, but like I don't know, like the event is fucking, I don't know, like only fan girls and guys in our community. It's like, what the fuck?
If it's something that I don't agree with or resonate with, I'll cut it off right away. Done. I'll just keep it in a respectful manner. I'll be like, hey brother, no, like I'm good.
How do you feel about that too though? I feel like now we're becoming more susceptible to that lifestyle as well, because now like, bro, this OnlyFans, even like for guys in our community, is becoming something that people want to do more and more.
Guys?
What guys are I haven't seen no bugs in it. Bro, guys are like, I was watching this stream, this guy's like, yeah man, I just started. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy saying? I'm like, ain't no way. Because like now we're like, at first we're like, we already have this negative energy where like the girls are like seeing this shit, they want to do this now. Right? I'm like, bro, no. Now dudes are getting into this shit too. What the fuck is going on? Right? When it comes to that, I'm like, bro, don't promote this shit. This shit ain't cool. This shit ain't sweet.
I think when it comes to stuff like that, at the end of the day, it's the person's choice, right? But religion and like culture really play a big thing in it, right? Like if it's in our
gotta mix them.
You gotta like, sorry, like, but like what I mean to say is like we come from such a rich religion
and prideful,
and such a prideful, rich culture as well, right? Where it's like we don't need nobody. We don't need nobody to help us. We work hard. We eat shit, whatever it is. Our parents ate shit when they came here. You know what I mean? And it's like you don't have to resort to certain ways to make money or like put yourself out there. You know, it's completely dependent on the person.
I agree. I think that's where I'm getting more open to this idea. Not even open. Actually, I don't mind talking to people, as you said. I don't mind having a conversation with people now where before I might would have shut it down. Be like, you know what? Now I'm like, why do you do this? Let me get behind like, okay, actually have a respectful conversation. That's the big difference. Don't come at someone. If you go at an angle, but like, nah, like what the fuck? Like, yo, like then it's just straight out of.
There's gonna be no resolution, and you're not gonna learn anything because if you're coming at it from like an aggressive angle, that person's gonna take you from an aggressive angle, right?
It's just gonna keep going back and forth. You're gonna resolve anything. Right. So that's the aspect that I feel like we're growing more, because like I said, all this stuff is a nuance in the culture, man. It is. Like, because like the Western culture is we're fully engraved in it. We are. Our parents weren't, because they were surviving just to provide for us. But we're involved in every aspect of what Western world means. So now we're deciphering these cycles. We're like, okay, what's good or bad? But like, is that bad though? Like, okay, we thought it was bad, but actually it's not bad. like I talk to that person, like I see where they're coming from, or I see the conversation. We're becoming as you said, we should become more conversationalist rather than judgmental, because that's what it comes down to. There's no conversation that you can't have. There's a conversation you can't have in a civil manner. It's all respect, and I think personally you can't come to a resolution if you can. There's no harm in it. Yeah. Wash your hands, move on. You ain't gotta put no energy into that. So
it's crazy, like how the line's being pushed now, like to the extent of like you got OnlyFans, you got these creators that are doing like such toxic content.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about it before. I'm not gonna mention the names because I don't want to getting the heat for it, but. Like now they're starting like beefs and stuff, like, you know, tarnishing each other's like personality, their own platforms and stuff, just for the sake of money, just for the clout. And like similar to OnlyFans, it's like now we're getting to the point where guys are doing it. Now it's gonna be a normal thing now. So then when is it to the point where you have the self-respect, like, okay, this is a cutoff, like, no, this is a big no. Like, I don't know, man. It's just, this doesn't make sense to me. It's just, hey, do what you want to do, right? It's your life, but I just find like a lot of people are just avoiding consequences. That's what it is.
Yeah,
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, everybody lives with a purpose. I think everybody lives
like,
with a purpose.
Like, what are they putting all these OnlyFans, like their own bed or something? Like, what are they?
Epex, fuck. I should start with OnlyFans if it works out, honestly.
Yeah, they make bank though. That's crazy. I didn't even know, bro. You know what's so funny? I was having a conversation with my girlfriend. We started talking about OnlyFans, but feed pics. This one girl was making $15K a month of fucking selling feed pics. I'm like, man, I'm in the wrong business. I'm struggling to make $10K off my business. Like, that's crazy. Some people might have a weird fetish of this shit.
That's crazy.
Oh, it's crazy, bro. But this is the world we live in. You gotta either embrace it or just kind of call out the shit that needs to be called out, and the rest, man, let it live, man. We can't hold people and fucking hold grudges and like you gotta be like this, you gotta be like that. You can't, man. This fucking life's too short.
What would you recommend for, like, if it's a kid out of high school that's like, hey, I want to get into content?
Yeah.
Right? Because like even when Amber and I, like when we started this podcast, there were podcasts like we look at the Pivot as a role models, right? Yeah. But then they're at this level and we're like, where do you even start this shit? Like, how the fuck are we gonna hit? Like, they're making money off this stuff. Like, it's automatic for them, right?
It takes years though, bro.
It does.
Bro, I've been making videos since I was like uploading online. Like, bro, like I started making YouTubers when I was 14. You know what I mean?
See, so that's crazy.
That's like 9 years.
You're like almost 10 years in, like a decade in.
Exactly, bro. It's nobody sees that, right? Everybody sees where you're sitting at now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I started like actually publicly posting videos, like was like when I was like 17. So like we're sitting like 5 years, 6 years deep now. You know what I mean? It's just everybody sees it now. You know, or saw it like a year ago or 2 years ago, but they didn't see all the work that was getting put in before, bro.
Yeah, and that's such an important message, man.
Yeah, and you just gotta start. That's what my answer is, bro. Is you gotta start. You gotta and just be yourself, be authentic. You know what I mean? If you have like some sort of a message or you have some sort of an industry that you're passionate about and you want to get into, man, do it, bro. It just comes down to the low key can get in our community.
Yeah, same thing.
People are too scared about what other people think. Man, fuck that. Who cares? Who cares? You don't know what kind of an impact that you can genuinely have on somebody else's life by just clicking and posting a video online. You do not know, bro. Like, yo, you don't know the impact that you can have just by being yourself. You don't know until you do it. Fuck what anyone thinks, man.
Straight up, bro.
That's true.
That's the value. Fuck what anybody thinks, man. It not gonna mean nothing. 10 years later, you know, the real shit that's gonna mean what you're doing, as you said. And 10 years forward, you're sitting in this pedestal where you created for yourself. Yeah. And you see it, but like, you know what? I did it, and I did it at the fruition of like, you know what? I'm happy with what I'm doing. Yeah. No one's forcing me. I'm not doing it out of like, oh, I gotta get money. I gotta scrape here. I gotta scrape there. You're not.
I have a video of it actually. I made a video. Do you? Yeah, I still have the video too.
Okay, well, we'll throw that video up, man, because that's such a cool thing, man. Yeah. And the fact that your video can make such a big impact is just such a cool. Like, you know, we get these sometimes messages as well. We're like, damn, like, thank you for what you posting. Yeah. And we don't, as you said, like, we don't think like we're crazy big, but thing is, like, as you said, it takes that one life you saved is more than enough you have done than you think. Changing that one person's life, you saving that one person's life, man, like, how more can you ask? Yeah. That changed everything for that kid. Imagine if that video wasn't up there. You know, God willing, like, we don't want to think the negatives. Imagine if it wasn't there. Yeah. Right?
And then think about, you can get even deeper, bro. Think about all the people that haven't posted that could have done something and then could have saved something. You know what I mean? Like, you will never know about that. because it never happened.
Never happened. Yeah.
Man, I like this. You know, yes, this is actually crazy. You make funny videos. Like your personality is like jolly, like funny. All the conversations people can have today are serious.
Yeah.
And I love this. No, I do. I love this conversation.
That's true.
It's different because reason why, like our platform is a little bit different, like compared to like something else you would go. But man, I love this. I love this side of you.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know this side of you at all.
Yeah.
And I can sit here as a man to man, like I have respect for you so much after this, listening to what you're saying. And I can say that, you know, if I would never disrespect no one, like period, but like to see your story and how everything came, even that you're, you know, like mummy one, all that shit, bro, that's so cool to me. Because before this, I would never know.
Yeah.
And now I can sit back here, you know what, like, man, this is a good guy. This is actually a genuinely good guy. I can say that. And, you know.
Likewise, bro.
And people out there, I want to give them like a message too. Like me and Mo talk about this all the time, man. Like, Josh is an epitome of like, don't worry about people's opinion and keep doing what you're doing. And all the content creators, all that are out there, make that video. If someone hates, don't worry. There's another person. There's 3 person that are cheering.
Bro, you're gonna get hate in whatever you do.
That's when you know you did something right.
You could be a real estate agent. You could be a fucking engineer, lawyer, doctor. Someone's gonna say something about you, bro. Doesn't matter.
Hey, that one person that's hating is gonna later on in 5 years be like, hey, I love your fucking.
Like how you were telling that story about your relatives. It's a circle back.
It's
life is a bitch.
Bro, everything comes full circle in this life. Everything comes full circle in this life.
Yeah. What would you say your most important thing you learned in life while, you know, doing this creation thing is like, you know what, man, this is important to me. Family's important to me. Or like building a legacy. What do you think is for you, what speaks to you, man? Like you want to leave a legacy that you feel like your kid one day is going to be like, you know what, man, that was my dad. You know, because we all want to leave a legacy behind. We want to make our next generation proud. What is it for you that speaks to you that in your currently or what you want to do in the future that kind of gives you that motivation, you know? I know it's like a whole lot of question because, you know, you must have like...
What's something that gives me like... Can you repeat the question?
Like that urge to be like, you know what, like I want to leave a legacy that something I can look back, my kids can, my parents can be like, you know what, man, like we're proud.
I want my kids to look back or my grandkids to look back at the videos and be like, damn, this motherfucker's funny as fuck. Damn, this motherfucker's lit as fuck.
We're like, yo, dad was the shit. You're like, yeah, yo, this is my dad. You look at school, like, yo, this is my dad right here.
No, it's like, it's nothing really like that. I'm like, oh, yo, I want to like leave back, like behind a legacy, but I would like genuinely to have like, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਪੀੜ੍ਹੀਆਂ ਆ ਮੇਰੀਆਂ, hopefully, God willing, ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, right? To just look back and just be like, yo, like, just, but that's lit.
That's it. That's sick, man. I respect. You have so many cool things coming up too. Like, and you know, one thing I want to speak to you about is speak on the melas you've been doing, like Stampede Mela, Cali the Mela. Like shout out to Ash down there in Cali, man. He's doing big out there, bro. I feel like that's gonna take off too. Even Stampede Mela, either Goya's gonna be fed up with us after this, or they're gonna love us.
They're gonna love us, bro.
Yeah, and I genuinely think they're gonna fucking love us, and this is gonna be even bigger next year, bro.
Yes.
Like, explain on that. Like you see it, we see it behind screens.
Yeah.
You're there. You feel the environment, so we don't know.
Yeah.
Speak on that. How you feel like seeing it growing.
It's just it's a group of like-minded individuals that came together for the same purpose to just push Punjabi culture in Alberta, bro. That's literally what it is. That's literally what it is. You know what I mean? And it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal that you can just like do something like this, project Punjabi culture through music, right? And then people come together, right? And especially somewhere where like it hasn't been developed yet, right? That's what like makes me the most passionate about being involved in something like this is being able to do something for your city or your province and like being a part of something that is the first, right? That will carry on for generations. Like this is something that's gonna be till past we're dead, bro.
Well, it's true,
right? It's gonna be a part of Stampede. It already is a part of Stampede.
It is. It's called Stampede Mela already.
Right? Yeah. This is only the second year, right?
Yeah, it's only second year. It's crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, shout out to all the guys that are doing it. They like to stay more low key, you know. But yo, bro, shout out to them. They're doing it, bro, proper.
No. Our community is striving in such a like good manner. like in a positive manner that's bringing people together, and I love seeing it, man. Even the generation, okay, like even like talking about like Ash, and I think his friend that started Kali the Milla.
Hell yeah.
I think Hanam, I think that's his name.
Yeah.
The two, man, that's they're youngins.
They're young, bro.
The fact that you guys see this vision.
Yes.
You guys see this vision of like, man, this is more than just bringing individual like Chandi guys or Sukha guys to sing. It's more than that.
Passion, brother. It's deep. Like, yo, the first time I had a conversation with Ash about what he wanted to do, I was like you can just feel passion. When you're passionate about something, you can genuinely see and feel the energy that somebody else is passionate about something. Yeah. That's how you can connect.
And it uplifts the artists too. Like think about like BK guys and everybody like, or even small time artists that they never had this platform before. Now they have this platform. Yeah. They'd be like, yo, Paji, like, you know, I know I'm not the big of an artist, but hey, I would love to perform.
Yes.
And Ash guys and even Kali the Milla, you guys were like, yo, come on.
Let's do it.
We put on our culture. Why would we say no?
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful thing that's the one thing I want to get out of this podcast. You guys are putting on for the culture, man. I genuinely mean this. It's for the culture, man. Even like, it's funny, like we say that, like a podcast or even Hour Before Midnight, or I remember, what was the other one? What was the other one you've been to?
Dream Chasers.
Dream Chasers.
Man,
they're putting it on for the culture.
Yes.
It's not about, because it's not like they're making tens and $1,000s. I know, we may do a podcast. You were in the content creation. Yeah. You know, it's not like they're making bands. No. You know that. You know why they're doing it, right? Yeah. So it's genuinely putting out for the culture and for the new wave to come and putting the right way. And man, kudos to you guys.
Yeah.
And kudos to you guys for keep pushing the agendas and boundaries in a respectful manner where you guys carrying it positively. Mm-hmm. You know? Is there anything you feel like a lot of the times you're on a podcast, you don't get talked, like there's certain things people don't ask you, you wish they would have asked you? Because a lot of the time, because they know you, they're like, Josh, he's funny. Funny. Let's ask him about funny questions. They make dumbass jokes. Let's do that.
I feel like a couple of things that they don't ask me about. Honestly, bro, I just go on pause and just talk. Like, honestly, I just like talking, bro. Like, to be honest, I don't really go in with like thinking anything like, oh, yo, I hope they ask me this, that. Yeah. It's just, I just go with the vibes, bro. Like, if it's there's certain topics you want to talk about, like, I'm open season for any conversation. You know? If it's like more like I don't really do like interviews and shit much, you know? Like, and there's a reason for that, right? I just like talking. Like, I just like having genuine conversations. Like, I don't know what to expect, you know? Other people don't know what to expect. Like, it's just genuinely, you're just talking about what's on your mind. You know? So, yeah, it's not really like things that I wish like I haven't talked about. It's just different groups of people, different podcasts, right? Like in this, we've had some like very solid, serious conversations, which I really like. And you were saying like, yo, you haven't seen me talking about it. It's because I haven't been asked that on other shows or interviews or pods that I've done, because that's not generally the vibe, right? The vibe is different, right? It's whatever topics that they want to cover, like whatever it is, right? But I find like a lot of good energy and just like good conversations and just talking with anybody, no matter what culture, they're kind of like their outlook on religion or their upbringing or where they're from, what city they're from. You know, everybody's like got their own kind of sauce, especially when it's with
everybody
the
got their own thing. Yeah. No, man, that's beautiful. Like for me, I had fun in the conversation. As you said, it's a different conversation from what you maybe have been normalized with different pods and interviews. So, you know, that's why I want to bring you on too. I'm like, you know what? Let's dive deep with Josh, man. Let's dive deep, you know, and let's get there. Because like, we need to see this side. It's important to see this side. And it brings perspective to your life, and it brings perspective to who you are. And it's important to have layers of you out there rather than just one layer and people going off of that. I don't think that's cool. Or people, like, I actually now I think about it, I'm like, bro, if someone were to judge you, like, I would genuinely get pissed. I'd be like, bro, who the fuck are you to judge?
But there's no need for that.
But we don't need that, right? So there's no need to like judge no one, have a conversation. If someone, as you said, you're open to everything. You're open to everything. As long as a conversation, then a manner where like, you know what, there's vibes. If not, then bro, you want something that I don't want to be part of.
Bro, I was really having this convo with GK as I was coming here too, right? Like for the example, if people come start a problem or whatever it is, for whatever reason, right? My boys will see that and they get cheesed. They get cheesed, like, right? They get angry. You're like, they'll come and step in like, yo, fuck, like, and I'm just like, yo, it's all good. You know, like let it be. Whatever it is, what it is.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a perfect message too. It is what it is.
It is what it is, bro. It is what it is.
But now, man, Josh, thank you, brother. Yeah, thank you for coming on. No, man. It was a beautiful conversation. Hopefully people can get something out of this conversation is live to your fullest and don't worry about anything else. Do it today. And that's it. Anything else you want to ask, Mark?
No, man, I got nothing. He said everything. He said everything, man.
I
I got nothing else. He said everything.
Good love, bro.
I appreciate for coming through, bro.
All right, now thank you, Josh, man. Thank you for coming on, man. On that note, we'll see you guys at the next pod. Peace.